Not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. Feeding you greatness, everything you need. Pull up to the table and fulfilled you'll be. We got the last week for the culture and what's trending. Foolishness and friends, everything in between. But y'all not listening when we say don't ask for nothing. Whatever you need,
everything, all things,
you'll be fulfilled right here. Tune in, turn up.
What's good, everybody? It's King, it's GD, and this is We Have That at Home. We got everything at home.
We do. We got it all. So don't ask for nothing.
Don't ask for a thing.
We got it all.
What's good? How are you today?
Feeling good. Living better. How are you? Ooh.
I cannot complain. I'm excited about today.
I'm excited.
We have us a guest.
We do.
His name is Caleb, and we're going to have a good old conversation today.
Yeah. We're going to drop some gems in tank.
Okay. Let's introduce Caleb.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
What's good with you? How are you?
Dude, how y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed and I'm highly favored.
Don't get me to start shouting up in here, okay? Don't you get me started.
The people came to see us. They out here tonight. So just go ahead, give a quick introduction. Tell us who you is, where you from.
Okay. So my name is Caleb. Caleb Weed. That's my real last name.
Okay.
That's my real last name. People always think I'm, being shady. No, that's my real last name. But originally I'm from Delaware. I grew up in Sussex County, Delaware. Moved to Philly. I always had family in Philly, but I moved to Philly full time in 2019. I have a small business called the O2 Collection Media. We do photography, we do videography, web design, and then also I started up a little, I would say probably like a partnership venture also with a good friend of mine that's from Cameroon called Diaspora Networking. And that was basically just about trying to connect. We kind of have a little bit of a disconnect in the Black community from people around the world that look like us. The disconnect comes from a lot of different forms. But I think that it's important just, to kind of try and bridge that gap. So that's why we started Diaspora Networking. So we also have that. So really,
Sweet.
but I'll be on the move. On the move.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
So you're from Sussex County, Delaware.
I'm from Lower Slower. I'm from Lower Slower.
Yo, that's so funny. I'm from South Philly. I lived in Delaware for like 10 years. I lived in Bear and Newcastle. I don't know what county. Newcastle County. That's Newcastle County.
Yep.
And I'm currently in PA, up near KOP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. My oldest sister is from South Philly. She spent her whole life in South Philly. She's still down there.
She's still there while they switching it up.
She's still there.
She
will probably never leave. One thing about my sister, she won't complain about South Philly, but she will die on the same block that she's lived on. Yeah.
That's her hood. She gonna be there. Be there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. So we're going to get into what's up with the O2 collection. We're going to get into your event coming up. But first, let's talk about some things going on in the world. Some things that are very important in the world.
Put me on the spot now.
We ain't going to ask you about no politics or nothing. But did you see what was going on with this R&B versus battle that we all stayed up till midnight to see?
Oh, you talking about the drum with you're not talking about the Omarion and
With
Ray J.
Omarion, Ray J, Bobby Valentino, Mario.
See, I seen like the Shade Room highlights. That's what I saw. I didn't stay up for it. I just seen the Shade Room highlights, and you know, I would say one thing about that is it goes to show you how much respect that we should have for artists that's in their prime, because when you kind of let your craft slide and then you try and jump back into it, you can tell that you ain't been practicing the way that you're supposed to be practicing.
That thing was struggle.
Yeah. So, but
people were disappointed because, like you said, like they thought that all of these dudes could sing. Yeah, they ain't even got it like they used to.
And the thing about it was they understand like y'all crowd matured, so it's like at first it was little ass girls, now it's like grown women, so they like, what y'all do?
Right.
Yeah. I was supposed to come a whole nother way, like they didn't do that.
They was out there childish playing with watermelons. They was trying to dance. They couldn't sing. Jeremiah was jacked up.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they're giving anybody a versus right now, to be honest with you.
They are.
I like the way that the brand started, but I feel
it's a struggle right now.
We lagging. Well, at least they catch you slipping.
That's on freeze tag. What did you seen?
I was more of a highlighter too. I seen enough of it.
When I seen the times, I knew that I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I don't be up like that no more.
I knew that I wouldn't have my life together for that.
I'm a couple years off of Unkmo mode. Like I ain't TV shows. I catch it on
what mode?
Unkmo. Like like dirt.
That's hilarious. That's what I thought you said. We got our brother Caleb back. We got him back.
Okay, there we go.
What up?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. But now we were just saying how like no, we didn't stay up late for it. Like we kind of just caught the highlights, and I'm too old for that. I don't be staying up late for nothing. I got stuff to do in the morning.
Nah, I got work at this point.
Yeah, that's what they people understand. Like I need structure. I strive off structure. Yeah, the memes. Hey, Camille.
You miss Camille.
No, I miss Camille. I love Camille.
She up in here. She said she ain't see it though. None of us seen it because when I seen the times at 11 and 12, I knew that wasn't my ministry. I wasn't gonna be there for that.
You know, I was out like a light.
So hilarious.
Like to have fun though. You know, it's cool to see everybody still, around kicking it, kicking, you know what I'm saying? And at least they were able to come together and do that. So it's like, it was still nice to have,
Yeah. Listen, anybody, if they being productive and they getting some money and they putting on, good for them at the end of the day.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to make jokes. I'm going to definitely laugh at jokes, but
right.
At the end of the day, good for them.
Everybody got, some people probably was like, damn, this is what I was like fangirling out about when I was a kid. And then some people still enjoy it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They was like, hold up, this is what I was in love with? Yep. But like Caleb said, they was in their prom. We about to be retirees. Caleb, how old are you?
I'm 25.
I don't want to put no extra time on you, brother. I got 10 years on you. I'm still not about to be retired, but I'd like to play over at times.
Okay. Listen, that's good.
I always see that you always have a word, an inspirational word. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what's your big picture for when you're always trying to offer that word out to the world and the community?
So I was always told growing up, I was raised by a pastor. Mm-hmm. So I was always getting sermons every single day about everything. But I think that I just naturally grew up with, just as a desire to talk all the time.
Okay.
Honestly, to the detriment of people around me. Like my girlfriend is an Aquarius. She kind of needs like her own personal space and her own, her own space sometimes.
Right.
And I'm just constantly I want to communicate about every single little thing.
Right.
But that's how I am. So that's what I love about myself. So I've always, since the time I jumped on social media, because I got old videos of talking that I just done took them down because I don't know what I was talking about.
They go back through like, never mind.
Yeah. But I would say, that's part of who I am. But then also from a branding standpoint, if I can jump on social media and I can give somebody something positive or give them like a quick 30-minute, pick me up or a quick 30-minute word of wisdom or something to just encourage them, then I know that I spent my time well on social media. And then hopefully they'll be coming back to see more if it was something that encouraged them and they're getting value out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's always a good thing. You never know when you need them words, but they pop up on your timeline.
Yep.
And it'd be just what you needed. You wasn't even think about it.
Yep.
You sitting in a corner somewhere, rocking back and forth. Then you're like, Caleb got a word for us today. It worked just like that.
Yeah, that's good, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
So once they typing it in, now it's on the algorithm. So now they don't.
Exactly.
Bless you. It ain't COVID, right?
No, it ain't the vid. Just allergies. Just allergies. No, I'll be at work and people will say like, "Oh, I seen you pop up on my Explore page." I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's working.
There you go. You getting it.
Yeah.
What got you started in social media? Is social media, I don't know what to call it, media? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I would just say media. So
okay,
I went coming right out. Like I said, my dad was a pastor, so I always grew up like, jump on the slideshow, run the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to take the pictures of this, this ladies event. We need you to make us a graphic for the bulletin. So, that was kind of something that put me in the realm of wanting to do media. But then also when I started, got into high school and went to college, I only went to college for one semester.
Didn't we all?
But my major, was multimedia while I was there. And then honestly, I just got a job working, doing graphic design, which just turned into a job being on a video camera. And then I just kind of took that and rolled it into wanting to start my own thing.
Sweet. I went to high school for graphic communications, but I didn't stick with it once I got out. But I liked it. It was cool.
It's good. And one thing that I say is like, especially as entrepreneurs like us, whether we have a podcast or a small business or what have you, when you know how to do some of those things, making a logo, editing your videos, being a little bit tech savvy, that's something that now you can put it in your back pocket and you don't have to go pay somebody every single time, because paying for every single technical thing is going to get mad expensive as an entrepreneur.
And then it didn't become a hustle, because then they start coming to you like,
exactly.
Did your graphic design? Like, we did. Like,
yeah,
seriously.
Send a deposit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not send a deposit.
That's very important too. Deposits. When you first start your business or whatever, what have you, everybody start coming out the woodwork. Your cousins, people that you knew from high school, people that you grew up with. Like, hey, I just need you to do this for me, man. Everybody send a deposit. When you get your number, your figure, your hourly rate, your project rate, that's a non-discounted rate.
Right.
No family discounts on the rate.
Right.
It's like, that's the way for me to know that we taking each other's time.
Yeah.
Because anybody can reach out and inquire, but if you really want me to reserve this spot or whatever,
yeah,
I'll lock it in with the schmetty.
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I think that is important. Sure.
Nah, for real.
Protect your time. Time is money.
All the time.
It is. Nah, and like you said, that's how you know that people really respect your time, is when they're willing to pay for it and willing to see you as a professional. So but also, I mean, from the flip side, from the reverse side, when I have friends that have businesses, you know, or you know, are creative or what have you, I try not to find myself asking them like, "Oh, can you just do this for me real quick?"
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be the same person,
right?
Irks you. You know what I mean?
But you know, when you know you're somebody with that craft, it's almost natural to be like, "Yo, can you do this for me real quick? Can you do that for me?"
Yeah.
But I mean, if they have an established business, it is what it is. Like, expect to be having to pay for that. I'll never ask for that discount. I want to support you. I want to hold you down. And that's just what it is.
Yes. Honestly, it's just about doing business and doing business with each other inside of our community, letting that black dollar circulate. Honestly, that's what it comes down to, you know.
And just be mindful, cause I do, cause like for instance, I got a homegirl who do it. Now she might lace me up, you know what I'm saying, regardless, or like if she, you know, and it might be she might not charge me, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't expect for her to be like, oh yeah, come do my hair and then put me ahead of a paying customer, like, you know what I'm saying,
right.
Out on top of you about to get paid, like, you know what I'm saying, so,
yeah. That's why I used to have my cousin used to cut me, and I had to find a new barber because my cousin would assume that because he my cousin, even though I paid for this slot, you're gonna put 6 heads ahead of me, and you know what I mean. I was like, oh no, that's my cousin. He's just chilling. No, no, your cousin got a job too.
Right, I'm not that understanding. I got a life to live, yo.
Right.
Absolutely. So let's get into the events you have coming up. And I also want to talk about the importance of networking and networking within the community. So let everybody know what you have coming up and what the importance is of networking.
Yes. So on August 21st at 2 to 4 p.m. August 21st. Sorry, gotta make sure I get the date right. August 21st. 2 to 4 p.m. It's a Sunday, Sunday afternoon for 2 hours. The venue is Coffee, Cream, and Dreams Coffee Shop. I don't know if y'all been there. It's right on 15th and Fairmount. But it's a great coffee shop, Black owned. Miss Sonia and Miss Stephanie, they're dope. I've done business with them a bunch of times before. So when it came to doing this event, and we were thinking about places that we could potentially have it, it was a no-brainer because their energy is always so good in there. They have an amazing, on-point business. I know Miss Stephanie is an author. So just 2 amazing Black women entrepreneurs. It was awesome. It was a no-brainer to try and do their space for the event. And honestly, shout out to them because when I came to them with this idea, they were like, nah, the door's open. Like the door's open. So honestly, that's a microcosm of what the whole event is about. Cause it's not necessarily like a farmer's market. Like everybody come put a table up, sell your merch. We're going to have everybody come. It's not that type of event. It's the type of event where you're going to come, you're going to network with other people around you, because I truly believe that in the Black community, we're each other's greatest resource. You know, we need resources. We need money. We need, actual resources. But the most tangible resource that I think we have is each other. Because if we can start to keep the dollar circulating in our own community, then at least we're stopping all the money that's flowing out the back door. So if somebody does graphic design, if somebody has an event space, if somebody's a realtor, one thing that I always try and say when we talk about Black businesses is we got to find some Black businesses to support that are not necessarily luxury items. It's great to support, the clothing lines and, different kind of like upscale luxury items.
Right.
We also need to support the Black people who make soaps. We got to support the Black people who are realtors. We got to support the Black people who are lawyers. So it's kind of bringing, you know, essential services and non-essential services, people that are doing $100,000 a year in business, people that are doing $1,000 a year in business. Let's all get in the same room and connect with each other, because I know that at the end of the day, we can use each other as a resource. And that's not something, you know, once you make a solid connection, that could be a connection that could last you for the rest of your life. So when we were looking at trying to set this event up, it was like, okay, what's the format that we really want to make it? Because I felt like it was a lot of kind of like farmers markets or festivals, and there's so many people that are already doing great things in that space that I felt like, what can we come to the table and kind of walk in our own avenue, but offer something to the community that's missing right now. And it was just that networking. So we are going to have, you know, a couple speakers. One confirmed speaker that we have right now is my friend Mariah Bailey. She's from down in Virginia. She has an app called Black American Market. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but it's basically like a Yelp or like a business resource page, but it's all Black-owned businesses.
Okay.
You can list your business on there, and people can go and find you. Or I know she does, like, you know, kind of the same thing as networking, but in a virtual space of connecting people together and businesses together. So I'm excited to hear from her at the event. Trying to lock down a couple other speakers. Hopefully y'all will be there. Y'all welcome.
We will.
You know,
we will be there.
Y'all
Absolutely.
definitely welcome.
Yes.
Yeah. But honestly, it's just about getting in a room with people and connecting. It's a coffee shop, so like it's not the type of vibe where, you know, you come and you sit down and it's somebody on stage and you're just listening to them. Like, no, it's a coffee shop, because the goal of the event is to walk around, meet new people, say, okay, what's up? Hey, my name is so-and-so. Here's my business card. That's the purpose of the event. And honestly, you never know, when we just get together, you never know what magic is going to happen with that.
Right. Because we magic anyway.
Yeah, it's black, room full of black magic. Like,
that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
We have that at home. Definitely will be in the building, networking, because it's important. I hear stuff all the time about creating the Black dollar, keeping the Black dollar within the community, us working together, the challenges we face every day, trying to build each other up, trying to build these businesses. You know, there's a lot of wealth talk that we see nowadays on social media and everywhere around the world. So events like this make it happen. You know what I mean? So you're presenting a great opportunity to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's an amazing thing, and it shows.
Oh, go ahead.
I hear you.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi kind of messing up. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Camille, you coming, Camille?
Camille, the networking queen. She gonna be there.
Yeah, I think it's dope. Up and comers, working with up and comers. That's how you build, and you get that, like, you know.
We are a family. You good?
Dang, lose y'all. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
It's my fault, y'all.
Good. Hey,
yeah. Camille, pull up.
We'll put everything on the page, and get them to your page, so then that way everybody knows how to get the tickets. In advance, they're $10 a ticket. At the door is $15 a ticket.
Yes, sir.
The flyer is on our page right now, as well as Caleb's page, for everybody to see all the details.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love.
Sure. No problem. We gotta stick together. Since we're talking about social media, it tied in with your inspiration and trying to keep people on track, let's talk about the world of social media, clout versus fame. You know, the youngins be getting into trouble,
For talent.
acting a fool out here. Yeah, they try to with the practical jokes, the challenges.
Yeah.
It's just crazy out here. So, what would you say about using social media as your benefit? Because I mean, in a sense, you help people grow their social media, and it gets you the clout or the notice that you want. But
right.
you
I
know,
mean, I think it's like anything in life. At the end of the day, you're gonna get what you put out. You know what I mean? The energy that you put out is gonna be the energy that comes back to you.
yeah.
So I think if you're putting out on social media this crazy ass energy of, you know, I'm gonna do whatever for clout. I'm gonna do whatever, you know, for you know, going on there disrespecting people. It's like, y'all remember, well, of course everybody remember, but y'all remember Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah.
This man was on social media. Every time you go on social media, oh, Tekashi did this, Tekashi did that, Tekashi did that. So he had all the social media clout, but it was from doing all dumb shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm cursing on the
Let your
podcast.
cusses out. Let your cusses out.
All right, I'm sorry. But he was doing a whole lot of dumb shit, but it was eventually it was gonna catch up to him. And you know, he was, from what I understand, he was working with law enforcement the entire time.
Oh yeah.
But still, putting out that crazy energy, it was gonna eventually come back to you. So, and I mean, there's a lot of other social media stars who did a bunch of the bull. What's the bull? Y'all remember the bull Bonk Gang? When he was doing all this crazy stuff, robbing people and stuff on social media, Bonk Gang.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So like, I think at the end of the day, the energy you put out is gonna come back to you. I think that people should center their social media just around telling what their truth is, honestly, and telling their story and giving something of value to the community, because even if it doesn't catch fire right away, at least you know, okay, I have the integrity that I can have longevity. Because if you're putting on a facade, somebody that's not really you, then you have to constantly keep that facade up. But if you're just living and you're just being truly who you are, then you can go into any circle and they'll say, oh, he's the same person. Oh, he's the same person I see online. He's the same person that I've seen over here or over there, because you know, you were truly who you are. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy in the social media streets out here. It's definitely wild.
It's wild out here.
Hard because it's like, in our time, we still had people that like we always say was like inaccessible to a point. Outside of like the magazines or like, you know what I'm saying, war shows, you really didn't have that much access to that. But it was more of a like, now it's like every little thing they do, and then like we in this world where we make a joke out of everything. Like,
yeah.
You can't really be that serious, because no matter how serious you take them, I could think of a meme coming to my head while you on stage, like.
Right. Nah, that's real talk. That's real talk. That's like I watch a lot of like sports shows, and on one of the sports shows, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, they were talking about how, you know, what if Michael Jordan lived in the social media era that LeBron lives under, because LeBron, he's somebody that's historically great, in my opinion, the greatest player to ever play the game on and off the field. But because we live in a social media era, people scrutinize every little thing that LeBron does. Whereas Michael Jordan was just wild, and Michael Jordan was going off and turning up on game nights, going to the casino, betting on sports games that he was involved in. Like, Michael Jordan was wild, and he said when they asked him about basically, why don't you speak up on social justice rights, Michael Jordan was like, well, Republicans buy sneakers too. Like, this man said some wild stuff. But because we didn't live in a social media era, it didn't get scrutinized.
Yeah.
It was more about how is he playing on the field. Whereas now you could honestly be a scrub on the field, or take it to like music. Your music could kind of suck, but you know how to create interest in yourself on social media, and people think that you way bigger than you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wild out here because, I came up before social media, and then to see the evolution of social media is crazy.
Yeah,
The obligation that people feel towards celebrities, especially, like we deserve this from you, we deserve that from you. The access that they have with the social media is crazy. And I know that the celebrities that I had grew up knowing, like you said, they were wild. They say it nowadays, like if social media existed when we was out, we'd be in trouble because everything's recorded, everything's documented, and everybody had their time.
Yeah, no, for real.
But now it's under a magnifying glass.
Yeah, my girl showed me on I think it was Instagram the other day. She showed me a video of it was like all these collages of like Freak Nick in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, that shit was crazy.
With the static.
Yeah, it's like that shit was wild. Like
mamas and daddies has got their face on the camera.
Like, wow.
Yeah, like damn, whole coochie out. Like, what the hell? But like it wasn't social media back then, so like you could take something on your home camera. Nobody's gonna see that unless you take the tape and give it to them. So people was bold to just do whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like you said, everything is under a microscope. Everything is scrutinized.
That's what R. Kelly thought with his VHSs, but look at him now. He kept it going into the social media era.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Did y'all watch the EEeeEE?
The awards.
I seen the highlights.
Yeah, I seen that. You know, Caleb's a busy man. He ain't sitting there watching TV.
It ain't even that. I just got basic cable. That.
Oh, basic, don't it? Or is it?
You should be getting 3, 6, 10 and BET.
I know.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I seen pieces of it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the Diddy portion. They said he did really good with it.
Nah, Diddy turned up.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Diddy's. Diddy did his thing. And then Chloe Bailey. I seen Chloe Bailey. Yo, she's mad talented.
Oh, she performed?
She gets it.
She performed, yo. She's mad talented.
Yeah, both of them, they both out cold for real.
Yeah, Chloe killed it. She do that Matrix and all that other craziness and still be singing in that microphone.
Yup.
It ain't many like her or her sister with them voices. Yeah. They're good.
No, it's really not.
And she looks really good.
Okay. But no, I don't know why. And see, I feel like people, I don't know what the like what's the word I'm looking for? Like controversy is about her. Because I always see online like, oh, Chloe Bailey did this, what does she be doing? Like I don't
they thought she was cute and quiet and she ain't.
Yeah. But I don't see a problem with it. Like what I don't see a problem.
Well, that's because we're rational people. Like people who not rational be like, oh my God, she has on a skirt with a split in it. Like
right.
So I think it just be like that, but I like that she's talented, so I'm here for that. As long as you could drop a song, hit a note, and do a boom boom cat, I'm a watch. That's what it is.
I like that. What's his name? I like that Jack Harlow brought out Brandy. I did like that.
That was a highlight. That was a highlight.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool because I remember originally she had like dissed him or something.
Yeah,
they've been
dogging him. They've been dogging him because he's white and rapping, and then they were dogging him because he didn't know Brandy was Ray J. I don't think he knew. Did he know who Brandy was?
You know they was related.
He didn't know Brandy and Ray J was related. She came out with the diss track on his song.
Yeah.
And, you know, people had different things. EEeeEE was like, how you a rapper and don't know this culture and that culture? But we have to realize the people we grew up with, these newbies don't know.
It's a whole different generation. Like, they kids.
It's a different generation. It's a different generation, honestly.
Like, we don't know.
I mean, for us, a lot of our people are still out, but the kids don't know. You probably barely know Brand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that goes for somebody as big as Beyonce or Destiny's Child. Like, they don't know these people.
Yeah.
I be talking to people like, you don't know who Janet and I was with my friend the other day.
2000. Like, we in a world where people they were born in 2000.
In 2000.
Right.
They're years old. They don't know nothing of that.
Yeah. My niece is 22. And every time she say something about her birthday, and she said, "Oh, I'm born in 2000, and you out here drinking and carrying on," and like,
I kind of agree with Camille though, because it is like, how you gonna be a hip hop artist? You know,
you cannot. To qualify for a hip hop artist, you don't need to know everything. Well, Brandy ain't even hip hop, so it don't matter. But I don't feel like you need to know all your musical history to be a musician.
That's true.
The example I'm going to use, which I mean could go either way, was the City Girls came out with "I'll Take Your Man," which was off of Salt and Pepper. They didn't even know who Salt and Pepper was when they did the interview.
Right.
But that's crazy.
Salt and Pepper is way before them, but it is crazy for us because we know them. But if somebody handing you a beat, you ain't necessarily going to go down like, let me do the research and the history on.
But you should though, because like any other job, you have to do the research. So like me, I wouldn't touch a song or a sample and I don't know what the sample is or where it came from, because then obviously I'm gonna get asked about it. Like, you know, I don't know, but that's just me. But it's different ways to approach being creative. But I feel like you should know that's basic knowledge. Why would you song or rap over a song and not know that?
It's not basic knowledge. If you go in the studio and they be like, here go a song.
You should do your research though, like it's a song and a sample. So why when you know who the sample is, most times, really respectfully, you're supposed to get that sample cleared by said artist. So why would?
But I don't think it was a Ray J sample though.
No, not that.
I ain't putting the cape on for Jack Harlow. But I didn't think it was a Ray.
I'm talking about for the start thing. Like if you get a sample.
Oh, for the Salt and Pepper joint. Oh yeah.
You're really supposed to get it cleared by the artist. So it's like,
I feel that.
But those girls aren't even real musicians.
But Young Miami don't be writing. JT write her ass off. But
Young that's what I'm saying. Like they're not real musicians like that. JT writes, Miami don't. But if you go into a studio with a producer, they just giving you a track. It ain't, hey, this is a sample from such and such, and you just hear a dope beat, especially if you 12.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is hot. Let me make this happen.
Yeah. That's true.
Speaking of Young Miami.
If you don't drop a little track, know what's going on.
I feel you. Did y'all see the drawing with Young Miami holding up the sign? Like Go Poppy or something like that? This nigga got up there and said, I just want to thank Cassie for holding me down through the dark times. I say, yo.
They wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They wild out here. Yeah, she said, hold down who hold you down. He ain't holding you down. He was like, thank you, Cassie. She a whole married mother of two now. And he released a song about her.
Yeah, I didn't hear the song.
He just put a song out with Bryson Tiller about Cassie.
Right. He didn't win drag. Bryson.
I feel like sometimes that's for clout, though. Sometimes I feel like maybe it was real, but at the same time, I feel like maybe it was for because people.
I feel like he be picking and poking.
Yeah.
They know how to get our attention or get us talking. That's all.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think Young Miami would play herself like that because that's against her whole brand. Her whole brand is like City Girls. You know, I'm basically, I could give an F about these dudes.
Right.
I'm playing dudes. Nah.
Initially, people was rooting for her as the City Girl, but now she's showing that she's damn near in love. And people are like, you're dumb. What are you doing? How come? And it's because that image she portray. So they don't want to see her falling in love. They don't want to see the City Girl in love.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, that honestly, that's why I feel like you gotta just live your life though, because people, it don't matter what you do, people are gonna have something to say about it.
Oh yeah.
You're either gonna piss people off on one side or the other side. Like I remember when the stereotype about Drake used to be like, he a soft ass nigga, da 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 da. Like, you know, he just makes this soft ass music for females. He a R&B singer. He don't really rap like that. Then Drake came out, just rap album, hit him with you know, crazy anthems in the hip hop scene. Then he switched up and went to some R&B stuff, some, you know, Euro R&B stuff, and now people hating.
They don't like it. And the thing is, I feel like we just had this conversation last week. He's always been versatile. And I feel like him singing on these new tracks ain't no different from what we had heard.
Yeah. I think it's the fact that every single track is all just vocals.
Yeah.
Auto-tune. I think it was like when it was just like the passion fruit, and then he followed up the passion fruit with you know, when he followed it up with that, okay, people was rocking with it. But when it was all the passion fruit vibe, people ain't fuck. I mean, I fuck with it. I've been listening to it.
I've been playing it. Jeesh, I've been playing it, Jeesh. I've been playing it.
I'm a fan of Drake, so like I never was on the bandwagon really, but it's like, you know, you gonna like what you like. I gravitate what I gravitate, you know. Like, you know, everything Drake drop ain't for me, but generally Drake know what he doing, and I feel like I was really like, I don't want to see nobody dancing. Like, okay, we all know when it come out, and every album can't be digested after one listen. Like a lot of people who is criticized and don't have the credentials to criticize, like give it listen to it a couple times. Like listen to it in the summertime. Listen to it when you live in that life, when you out of town or you on the boat or you know what I'm saying, not in the basement. You know what I'm saying, looking dumb on the floor on the mattress, using your neighbor Wi-Fi. Like, of course you can't relate. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, in real life and enjoy that vibe and pick up on those frequencies, and you might be able to catch on to wherever Drake was on when he made that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just relax. Yeah. But at the same time, everything ain't for everybody. So it's like,
right. He literally came out with an album that's not a hip hop album, and everybody's up in arms comparing it to hip hop. And I'm like, this dude makes all types of music, like, and y'all acting a fool. They had interviewed Irv Gotti. He was like, "This is horrible to hip hop. I gotta go find some more raw artists." Hip hop, and everybody like, but it's not a hip hop album,
right?
Y'all putting that on him, but it clearly he went in another direction,
right?
Yeah, that wasn't hip hop.
Nah, I feel like it was.
So, are you discovering music? You did more than hip hop. Or you just want to be closed-minded because it's drinking. You feel like he should only be doing one type of thing.
Being like in the box, like they might be a rapper or might drop a hip hop album, but that's not like y'all forgot before he was even doing music. We saw him as an actor,
right?
Yeah,
a Canadian actor on the ground,
like, right?
Y'all forget, like, so it's like,
and I think
all of a sudden he's like, oh, he got to be the face of hip hop, like he did, on something else.
And I think, if you look at it too, and this is just now coming to my mind with this conversation, I feel like a lot of the fans of Drake or listeners of Drake that are like probably 24, 25 and up is rocking with it a lot more than the kids, because the kids know Drake from one thing. But we remember Drake hits from way back. You know what I mean? We remember, you know what I mean? Because Drake had that kind of like Jamaican, you know, like Caribbean,
the island Caribbean,
like R&B sound. Drake has always had that as an undertone in his music.
Yeah, I said I haven't listened since the first album.
Who said that?
I said that.
Oh, you said you haven't listened since the first album.
Like I know the singles. And I know, you know, what's popular, but I haven't listened to any albums front to back since the first song.
You said that last week that you
Just which one? The first one, like the mixtape, or like
no, the first drawing with Young Money.
No, you talking about the one with him and he had Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, Fireworks, all that, right?
No.
So Far Gone?
So Far Gone, you definitely.
What?
No,
So
I'm gonna find it.
That's because that had the Alicia Keys one. That had Shut It Down with the Dream.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So what album you talking about, Stream?
Oh, So Far Gone. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I only listened to Thank Me Later.
Or I'm thinking Thank Me Later. That's the one that we talking about is Thank Me Later. So Far Gone had the Oh You Fancy, huh? Oh You Fancy, huh? That one, Best I Ever Had. All that was on
Oh, did I ever listen to this, John?
Well, he had Bun B on, but I think that was So Far Gone. Yeah, but
yup.
I might have listened to some of this.
Kim, you heard
Successful Houston Atlanta. Yeah, I know this, John, too.
Yeah,
So Far Gone.
Yeah. He had the joint with Trey Songs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Drake.
Dang, Keem, you don't listen to no Drake. That's
I'm never gonna say that again out my mouth. I'm never gonna say it again out my mouth. But no, I don't. I haven't listened to him like that. Like no albums, Just like what's on the radio and shit. That's it. That's all I hear.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, but I guess you from Philly, so you be listening to like Meek Mill and all the hardcore shit.
You know.
Jill Scott.
Jelly from Philly.
We love Jill.
That's hilarious.
Geez, where you from? You sound like you got like a down south accent.
No, I'm from Detroit.
Oh, are you from Detroit? Okay.
Detroit. And
my
grandpa, they from Alabama, but no, I'm from.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Come on, Alabama.
That's what it is.
Philly or Delaware?
Man, I'm gonna have to go. That's a hard question because I I grew up going to the beach and like going to the state park. So I feel like Delaware has a lot more like nature vibes. But at the same time, like if you want to get money, if you want to be in the mix, I'm going with Philly.
Right.
Yeah. Because especially where I grew up in Delaware, like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, you was out in the boonies.
I was out in the boonies, yeah. So and where I'm from is Ellendale, Delaware, too, which is like the boonies of the boonies. It's like
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like don't nobody really know Ellendale unless they're from Sussex County, Delaware. So it was like when I moved to Philly, it was like a big switch, but it was.
So you like that city living?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
It's cool, at least for now. Eventually, I want to move to Texas.
Okay.
Eventually. I feel like that's just my vibe. I don't really like the cold like that.
Yeah, I was about to say hot and bugs.
Yeah.
In country.
Yep. But I feel like I want to go to Houston. I feel like, I'm going to visit there because I've never been to Houston, but just on social media, I feel like I
just went to Houston, and I think it's gonna be your vibe. The way that they was popping it to Melodies from Heaven over the brunch, hotcakes and stuff. They was getting it. They was getting it.
Nah, that's definitely. And I got a lot of family in Atlanta too, because I grew up in Delaware, Philly, and Atlanta. So I've kind of always had like a southern vibe.
Sweet. I felt the same way. I love a wooded area. I love a good quiet. So you can get that out there. You can get you a good old estate for cheap.
Yeah, because
be living the dream.
Because I live in Strawberry Mansion now. Like this is not Delaware. This is not Delaware.
It is not at all. It is not at all. It's busy out there. It's busy.
Yeah. But
and we all trying to be safe out here in the world because you could be getting the hot chocolate and stuff go left.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. It's sad. And I feel like with the pandemic and everything, when everybody was getting the PUA checks, everybody was getting the stimulus, like everybody thought that shit was sweet. And I kept saying like, yo, in like a year, 2 years, when all this money stopped flowing, and stuff start getting real bad, it's about to get real spooky out here. And definitely has. It definitely has.
Yeah, but they gotta live and learn. Everybody don't be like You can't play with the government. They ain't coming for theirs. None of that. Like, you know, you can't play with PPPs and all that. They don't get their money one way or another. And then,
One way or another, they crazy out here.
Good. Like, somebody got to be poor. Somebody got to be struggling. Hold on. That was just how that's like. Everybody was just eating too good. They're like, no.
It won't be me.
Got to get these crab legs. You know, a breeding season, and they need a break.
We got one word for you: gas.
Gas.
Like, hold on, sit y'all ass down. Gas is $10.
For real.
The guy years ago, he'd be like, the rent is too damn high. The rent is too. That's the thing for the gas now. Gas is too damn high.
Yeah, gas is hitting some all-time highs.
Yo, that was like the too damn high guy. Like, I remember when memes was like, you didn't just meme everything. It was just a couple memes. It was like the too damn high dude was a meme.
Yeah.
It was a meme. Like, nowadays, the kids don't know where memes came from because it used to just be too damn high, and then you would add in what you think.
Right. Yeah.
A meme historian.
They changed the game on us. They ain't even the same.
Social media is wild. All right, before we go, let's talk about people because it's controversial since you're in the social media realm.
Yes.
Not controversial, but people always talk about it. People talk about people becoming famous and getting into, music and acting and all those type of things based off of being influencers and not having real talent. What do you think about that? I think the last person I seen talk about it was Jennifer Aniston, how it's just easy for people to get on with little to no talent. But I feel like you can find talent on social media. I feel like it's a good platform.
I think that, honestly, the way that people find celebrities or find talent is always going to change. So I feel like it's like the same way that an older generation kind of hated on us. I feel like sometimes we be in danger of hating on the new kids and how they get on, because if you can make videos to influence other people to buy products, and then companies is paying you serious money to promote their products, how am I going to hate on that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you getting your money, you doing what you're supposed to do.
Unless you're taking money off your plate. That's the only way you're going to be mad about it.
Yeah.
I think you don't need this big time rapper, this YouTuber, and get the same effect.
Yeah.
So now it's like, hold up, homie, you on the wrong corner.
Yeah.
How we go?
I mean, honestly, I just feel like anything. I think it goes back to what we said before, like however you carry yourself, however you present yourself to the world, that's the main thing, is staying true to yourself and staying true to what you believe in. Because at the same time, it's some culture vulture influencers, on some Kardashian stuff, that they come in and they steal what, lesser known artists do, basically take the same thing that they've been putting out, slap their name on it, and now they can sell it for whatever, but basically you just screwed over the person who actually created that art.
Yeah.
I think sometimes then it goes way too far when we put certain influencers on a pedestal, you know what I mean? Like, they can do no wrong. But as far as just people coming up using their brand, I mean, like, I never realized until I started dating my girlfriend a couple years ago how, like, people watch, like, YouTube vloggers. Like, I never really knew, like I never knew that the what's her Queen Naja. I didn't know that Queen Naja came up off of vlogs.
I didn't know that.
And people who watch these vlogs, it's all type of families that have, like, full TV shows on YouTube, and, like, they're YouTube influencers, but it's the same as if they would have had like a show on E, you know what I mean, or a show on BET or whatever, because they're in so many people's phones and so many televisions everywhere. Right. And hey, I can't hate, like, that's the new avenue, because it used to be television, and then it used to be radio, then it was streaming, then it was Netflix. So like whatever new avenue people are using to get on, I can't hate it, because the landscape is gonna always change.
Right.
So many people, like you said, if you just be you, the right people gonna gravitate towards you. So they got their crowd. It's a whole other crowd out there for you that's gonna support you as long as you present it the right way.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think that the key of everything, especially for us in the Black community, is just ownership. Owning what we got going on. Because when everybody else is taking your talent and and we see it with the push to be like an independent artist. I was listening to an interview with on the Gillian Wallow podcast, the $1 Million Worth of Game, and they had French Montana on, and he was talking about, I basically worked my way up to a deal where now I own 100% of my music.
Wow.
Like the music going forward. And that's unheard of.
Yeah.
We think that when we put out our talent, other people are supposed to have their hand in it. Like we've been trained to think, oh, you could put out your music, but at the end of the day, you got to pay your manager. You gotta they got to take, they cut back. It's basically like a loan. We've been told all that so much that we kind of start to think, oh, well, I can't really own 100% of what I do. But let's say that you have, 100,000 people. Let's just say it like this. If you make $100,000, but somebody else takes 70% of that money, you have $30,000. Now you might go out and make $40,000. So you made way less. Less people know you. You made less transactions. But if I get to keep 100% of my money, I still came up.
Yeah.
So it's people like Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle was eating way before everybody knew who Nipsey Hussle was. Nipsey Hussle was on the West Coast eating, had his clothing line, had his mixtape series. He was selling mixtapes for $100 for an actual CD with a number on it. So where you gotta pull up, you gotta get my CD. It's numbered, so you know that it's authentically yours.
Wow.
And people was pulling up at pop-up shops, paying Nipsey Hussle $100 for a CD, way before anybody listened to him on the radio. So I think it's just a mindset switch of ownership, honestly.
Literally, and then that way you got control of it no matter what, because it might not stick. And if it's something that's authentic and good, if it don't hit right now, it may hit later, but it's still good. It's gonna eat regardless.
Real talk.
Yeah, that's been the conversation at Independence.
So once it's there, it's there. So all you got to do is just put the work. Right people go towards it, and there you go. Be consistent.
Absolutely. Well, my brother Caleb, it was good having you on here. The convo was on point.
Yes.
Let people know one more time. They can see his username for Insta is at the bottom of the screen, where they can get their tickets, the date of the event.
So that John got it. It's 2 E's instead of 2 O's. It's Caleb Weed, WEE.
Oh my gosh. And you let that sit up there like that.
I seen it, but I didn't want to mess up the flow because the conversation was so good. You feel me? The conversation was so good.
We're going to fix that though, but go ahead.
It's all good. But now you can follow me on social media, Caleb Weed, CalebWeeb02 at or not. Why I'm thinking at gmail.com. Just at Caleb Weed.
You don't even know it, brother. You don't even know. What's good?
No, I can't be mad at y'all. But it's Caleb Weed 02. You can find my website from there. Follow, see the different type of stuff that we doing. Events we got going on, stuff that we releasing. The 02 is from where I'm from in Delaware. The 302.
Okay.
We call Sussex County the 02, where we grew up. We call it the 02 because the 3 is up top, up north, so we call it the 02.
That's what's up.
All 5 of us down there call it the 02. But thank you guys for having me on. It was a vibe, such a great conversation. I look forward to networking with y'all in the future. Anything you got going on, let me know if I can promote it. I'm always definitely here to show love. and support, because y'all have a dope platform. And thank you for letting me come on, because for me to just hit y'all in the DMs like, yo, let me come on and promote this event that I got going on, that's love.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Love. Y'all will be like, nah, come on, let's come talk about it. It's for Black people, it's for the culture. All right, come on, come talk about it. That's love.
We gotta be together. We gotta be one.
Definitely.
So absolutely, it was without a thought.
Definitely.
Until next time, we'll link up some way, somehow.
Some way, somehow.
All right. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Peace.